everyone, it's Brittany and welcome back to Brittany Unplugged. And as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about toxic friendships, which is a bit of a heavy topic. So we're about to keep it real today. We're about to keep it 100. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. So stay tuned for more content. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So this topic has a lot of layers to it. There's so many things that really come into this topic. So I switched things up a little bit. I asked 3 of my dear friends to give me their commentary on toxic friends, how to deal with toxic friends, how to spot a toxic friend. So we're going to listen to their commentary and then we're going to get right into the video. So without further ado, let's load the commentary.
Hey everyone, my name is Kupa, and one of the main signs you're in a toxic friendship is when you feel bad about yourself when you've spent time with them. They constantly bring you down and make your goals seem unrealistic, limiting your potential to do great things. Another sign is when the conversation is never equal. You're the only one who puts effort into making the conversation flow.
One of the telltale signs of whether somebody's being fake to you or not is the way that they behave when you start to succeed. You see, people always want you to succeed, but they never want you to do better than them. So if you notice that somebody's attitude towards you is switching up when you start doing great in life or in a certain regard, then that's fake. Also, you need to listen to the way that your so-called friends talk about their friends and think whether if they were to speak about you in that light, whether it would be okay, because it's just a reflection of how they may be talking about you outside of your friendship.
Hey yo, what up? My name is Fari. Today we are talking about toxic friends. The best way I can help you basically is to tell you about my own experience with toxic friends and how I have dealt with those situations. Number 1, the first thing you need to do is understand that your friend is toxic. Stop lying to yourself saying they will get better and maybe they're just this way or what, because that is hurting you. It's hurting yourself, man. You need to understand that they're toxic and you need to let them go. The second step to letting them go, slowly distancing yourself. Okay, it's not always the best thing to tell someone who's toxic, you're toxic straight up, bro. That's not gonna help in any way, bro. You need to do it slowly but surely. Start distancing yourself. Maybe you talk to them every day. Start talking to them like twice a week or something like that. Eventually cut all connection with them. Like to a point where the only time you really do talk to them is in person. Like, what up? Don't be like so mean to the point where you don't even acknowledge them in person. But firstly, understand that these guys are toxic. And this is how you know your friend is toxic. They're always dissing you. They don't believe in you. They always make you feel insecure about yourself. Now, that's just one of the many traits of a toxic person. But you need to understand them, bro. And you need to stop lying to yourself. But anyway, man, I hope that was helpful. Signing out, man. Thanks, Brittany, for this.
So shout out to Kupa, Remy and Fari for their commentary. Thank you so much, guys. I'll leave their social media handles in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So before we break down the plot of a toxic friend, we need to understand what a toxic friend is in order for us to deal with one, in order for us to spot one. So a toxic friend is a friend, quotation marks, who drains you spiritually, emotionally, financially, and mentally. Like they leave you drained. Like after being with them, your energy is just low and you feel awful about yourself and everything. So I'm really gonna talk about how to spot a fake friend or a toxic friend and how to deal with a fake or toxic friend. So basically, the first way to spot a toxic friend is if there is constant competition between the two of you. The moment I declare you my friend or I call you my friend, that doesn't mean I'm running a marathon with you. Life in itself is a marathon where I'm trying to reach my goals and my destiny. So don't think that I'm going to waste my time trying to reach up and catch up to you or whatever when I haven't even reached my destiny yet. I am not in competition with you. If you are winning, I'm going to be happy for you. If I am winning, I expect you as my friend to be happy for me. Like, that's how it goes, period. I'm not going to say that, oh, because my success is not generated off of you. I expect you to bring me to success, but my success starts with me. Like, I don't feed off of you to get my success. If I'm winning, I'm winning. If you are winning, you are winning. We should be happy for each other. It's not a competition. Don't suddenly be happy for me if I've won, but I'm below you. You should be happy for me, period. No matter how high I go, part of being a good friend is understanding that you need to be happy for your other friend. Like, you're not in competition with your friend. Like, whoever said it was a competition is really beyond me. It's a bit toxic. Actually, not even a bit toxic. It's very toxic to think that if I win something, it's because, oh, I'm trying to be in competition with you, or I'm better than you. No, if I've won, period. Like, there's no such thing as a first winner, a second winner, third winner, or whatever. It's just a winner. If you've won, you've won. I'm going to be happy for you. I expect you to be happy for me. And the next thing is moral support. So if this friend, in quotation marks, is not there for you the way you expect them to be there for you, when you are always there for them, then that is toxic. You need to protect your peace. You need to protect your boundaries, protect your heart before you let your guard down for somebody else. You cannot be in a position where you are always the person giving, but then you're not receiving, you're not reciprocating the same energy that you are giving off, because you end up setting yourself for disappointment. If this friend is not willing to be there for you the way you have been there for them, then that is toxic, because all they're doing is using you to their advantage, because they know that you give good advice, or you'll be at their beck and call, or they know that you're kind enough to always be there for them, and you're compassionate enough to always be there for them. So they use it to their advantage, and you need to make sure that you are not being used and you're not being manipulated. Manipulation comes in the form of gaslighting and guilt tripping. Gaslighting is probably even worse, because gaslighting leaves you being confused and wondering if what actually happened, because the person who's gaslighting you is making it seem like what you're saying is not reality. They're actually making you go crazy. And guilt tripping is even worse, because they're forcing you into doing something that you probably didn't want to do at first, but then you end up feeling bad for not doing it. So it leads you to manipulation, serious manipulation, and it's not cool. And the next thing is, if their presence does not lift a weight off your shoulder, then there's a problem. So let me explain. If someone's present, of course, if you're describing your friend, right? If you're describing your friend like, oh my gosh, she's so cool and everything like that, you normally don't describe your friend as, oh, she lifts weight off my shoulders. But I know for a fact that if I'm going through something and I call one of my friends, then that friend, after that call, I will feel so much better and so much lighter after talking to my friend, because they're supposed to lift my mood rather than bring it down. So if I find that I'm talking to this friend of mine, and after speaking to them, I feel much worse about myself, I feel a lot heavier, then there's an issue. Because being a friend means that you're going to be there for your friend, and you're always going to cheer your friend up, of course. And of course, you talk about serious things with them, but then afterwards, it's your job as a friend to cheer your friend up and make sure that you're there for them. So if their presence really doesn't lift a weight off your shoulders, and you end up feeling like a burden, or you end up feeling heavy after being friends with them or after talking to them, then there is a huge issue. Because quite frankly, the person is not a friend if they're adding on to the daily stress that you really want to relieve. Talking to your friend on a daily should relieve stress. When you go to school and you see your friends, it should relieve stress on the daily. Like, you can't be in a situation where the friend is, your friend in quotation marks, is adding pressure to you, because if they're adding extra pressure and they're adding extra stress, then they're not really doing their job as a friend, because a friend is supposed to be the complete opposite of adding stress in your life, because they're supposed to be that positive person in your life that will really cheer you up and will always be there for you through thick and thin. So if their presence really makes you feel heavy, then there's an issue. The next thing is really self-explanatory, but if your friend is not supporting you, guys, your job as a friend is to make sure that you support your friend from the start. If your friend has a goal, has a heart's desire that they're really trying to achieve, then there's no point in either bringing them down, shutting them out, or ignoring them, or not supporting them, whether it means reposting it, sending out different things, that whether they have a business or they have a YouTube channel or they have a bunch of things, or if they have a song coming out. It's okay, guys, you need to support your friends. Your friends really, really need you in order to get to where they want to be, because a lot of their success is generated by the support that they are given from the people around them. Of course, it starts within you, because you have to want to achieve that goal, but a lot of the support that is needed in order for you to reach the point that you want to reach really comes from your friends. So you need to make sure that you support your friends, whether it's you end up looking like a fool if you don't support them. Then automatically they start blossoming and they start booming and they start doing so well, and automatically you come and you're like, oh, that's my friend, and then your friend will look at you like, where were you from the struggle? Where were you when I had 0 followers or subscribers? Where were you when I had no one buying from my business? Your friend will really be like, no, that's not real. You're not really my friend because you weren't there with me when I really needed you the most. And then you're going to end up looking like a fool. You're going to end up looking really, really bad. So you need to make sure that you support your friends, guys. It really doesn't take a lot of energy to support them, whether it's reposting or cheering them on, sending them messages saying, I'm so proud of you. Like, really, if you spread positivity to your friend, then it's really going to aid them. It's really going to help them to get to the place where they want to be, because your support is needed. No matter how much it starts within them, it also starts with you as a friend to really like put the extra effort, stretch yourself in order to support them. It really doesn't take a lot of energy to support your friend. The next thing is probably the most trash thing: when you are criticizing your friend in front of other people. If you say, let's say you go to a party or you go to like a social gathering of some sort, and then you start saying, oh my gosh, or oh my gosh, I see how your wig, oh my gosh, your wig is now exposing your non-existent hairline, or something like that. Of course, hairline jokes are now tacky, but then you get what I mean. If you're saying remarks like that in front of people and you're putting your friend in a place of embarrassment, they're gonna feel so bad about themselves, and it's really gonna like reflect a lot on you, because you're not supposed to disclose certain information in front of other people. Like, why are you making your friend look bad in front of other people? Like, what do you gain from doing that? So if you start making very horrible remarks about your friend, or very passive aggressive remarks about your friend in front of other people, then what are you trying to achieve by doing that? Like, that is not real. That is super toxic. Like, don't do that. Like, seriously, just don't do that. The next thing is, if you guys fall out and suddenly you start hearing your business on the wrong side of the road, and you're like, where did I hear that? Where did you get that from when I told that one person, and that one person who you told went and started spreading everything that you told them? That is not true. Like, as much, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the quote on Instagram that said, it doesn't matter how much you fall out with someone, you never throw somebody under the bus. If someone trusted you with very confidential information, if I told you something in confidence and then you go and you spread it to other people, not only have you betrayed my trust, not only have you tainted your image, but you've really, really, really created a line of disrespect that can really not be retracted, that cannot be taken away. Like, that disrespect that I have for you will not go away, because I will know for a fact that I can never trust you with anything, because you went and you disclosed certain information that I really didn't want to be disclosed. Like, that is really not cool, guys. You can't be disclosing your friends' information like that. If you fall out, then you deal with it, the two of you. You don't go and spread their stuff to other people, because it's really going to come back to you in the end. Karma will really come back to bite you if you think that a way of dealing with your arguments or whatever is by spreading their information, because you really don't achieve anything by doing that at all. So you need to make sure that, like, you become mature. That is so immature. If you are spreading your friends' information, that is really immature of you. Like, don't do that at all. Like, how does that help you? Like, that really doesn't help anything. So you need to make sure that, you know, you really gain a sense of maturity, and you gain a conscience to know that if this person told me something in confidence, I'm not going to go and spread it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, it's not cool, guys. So I've talked about how to spot a fake friend, and there's so many other ways to spot a fake friend. They can be very gossipy about you, they can talk about you. And another thing is, if you will know someone is fake or toxic by how they run their mouth about other people. Because surely if they can run their mouth about every single person 24/7, in your group chat it's them just running their mouth about somebody else, in person they're running their mouth about somebody else, literally the person will be sitting 2 meters away and they're like, oh my gosh, can you see what she's wearing? If they keep doing that, then that is very toxic. And don't be shocked when you hear that they're talking crap about you, because if they can talk crap about every single person that's next to you, in front of you, however far away they are from you, then don't be surprised if you hear them talking about you, because there's a very high chance that that is the case. They could be saying awful things about you. So that is another thing. So now that I've talked about how to identify a fake friend or a toxic friend, there's ways to deal with a toxic friend. The first thing is, I was having a conversation with my friend months ago, like a really long time ago, and I was telling her that, you know, you need to hope for the best in people, but don't expect the best from people, because the moment as humans we tend to create high expectations. Like, when we set expectations for ourselves or expectations in other people, then we set the bar super high. So when that person doesn't reach the bar, we end up being super disappointed because they didn't reach the expectation that we had. So don't expect the best in someone all the time, because someone can really disappoint you. This morning I was watching Pastor TD Jake's sermon with my mom, and he was saying we have 3 types of friends in this life. We have your confidants, your constituents, and your comrades. Your confidants are the people that are your ride or dies and are always going to be there for you thick and thin. Your constituents are the people who aren't for you, but they're for what you are for. Like, they like the same things as you. So if you tell them your dreams and your successes, they won't necessarily be happy for you. Your comrades are the people who are against what you are against. They don't really care about you, and they don't really care about what you're for. It's kind of based on a lot of like negativity. So you need to be careful about who you tell your things to generally, because honestly, you guys will get super, super disappointed if you start telling anybody and everybody your things and your destiny, and you start expecting too much in people. Because once you expect too much from everybody, you're going to get disappointed. So you need to make sure you have that confidant in your life that you can really trust in, you can really confide in. And so make sure that you don't expect the best in people, but you just hope for the best. You hope that the friendship will work out. And if it doesn't work out, you're not going to be too disappointed at all, because you know that you would have tried your best. And if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. And you can call them out when necessary. You always have to choose your battles wisely. Call them out when necessary. You don't always have to call them out like all the time and start saying a whole bunch of things in front of them like every single time. You need to choose your battles wisely. Super, super, super wisely. Of course, if they're talking about you in person and they're saying awful things in front of other people, then you can call them out and say, look, that's not cool. Or if they're always criticizing you for everything that you do, okay? Constructive criticism is fine. But if they're always criticizing you for every little thing that you do, don't be afraid to call them out and be like, what you said was not cool. Like, it's really not cool at all. And the next thing is you need to slowly distance yourself. I was reading a survey from a particular college in the States. And basically, 83% of the people said that they remain friends with toxic people because they were too afraid of how the person would react, because they confided too much in the person, or that person has probably been their only friend in life, or they're really just afraid of drama and they don't want drama or anything. It is okay to set your boundaries. It's okay to feel upset when someone has done you wrong. You need to set your boundaries, and if you really can't be upfront with the person, slowly distance yourself. Don't engage too much of your life in them, because you end up getting disappointed when they take advantage of you, when they manipulate you. You need to make sure that you drift yourself away from them slowly, because when you do that, you end up creating less drama if you don't want drama, if you don't want to be upfront with the person, if you don't want to confront the person. But then you end up doing so much good for yourself if you really remove yourself from that situation. So you need to make sure that you distance yourself, whether it's like, instead of you being the first person to send the message, let them be the first person to send the message. You'll be surprised. A lot of the times they won't even send you the message first, because they're so used to you giving the energy of the relationship. They're so used to you holding up the energy of the relationship. So slowly back away from the friendship, in quotation marks, and distance yourself and everything. Because with friends, it's important to have friends, guys. Like, in this life, it's so important to be friends with other people. It's really important, because friendships are they're great. Friendship is such a beautiful thing, but you need to be wary about who you call your friend. Like, you can't call everybody your friend, or else you end up getting disappointed by them. So you need to make sure that you stand your ground, set your boundaries, and you are aware of the red flags. Take time to really get to know someone before you actually give them the title of friend, because you avoid the other issues that may come your way. So hold your good friends dearly to your heart, the ones who have always wanted to see you, and the ones who have always supported you and have been with you through thick and thin, through the ups and the downs, through the good and the bad. And guys, people don't prepare you for the heartbreak that comes from losing a friend. Like, seriously, it hurts when you lose a friend. People really don't give it enough recognition. Like, it really, really hurts. Like, I know for a fact that throughout my years of being on this earth, I have lost some really good friends who have like either done me wrong or we've just drifted, and it really, really hurts. And people don't really give it enough credit for how much it hurts you. I can't really say credit, but people don't give it enough recognition. So it's gonna hurt, but if you really pay attention to the red flags, and you know your worth, you know your boundaries, and you know that it's okay to stand your ground. You need to stand your ground. If something is not cool, stand up for it and say, this is not cool. So this brings me to the end of my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to be notified when I post videos. So thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless you all. Bye.